Have you ever noticed the same pain keeps showing up just in different people, different situations, and different seasons? And for the longest time, I kept telling myself, it's just a hard season. Things will get better soon. I just need to push through. But deep down, I knew I was exhausted, emotionally exhausted from always being the strong one, always overthinking, always carrying everyone else emotionally while abandoning myself in the process. But the hardest part is when survival mode becomes normal, you don't even realize you're living in it anymore. Back in November 2024, my husband got laid off again, and I remember sitting there thinking, like, how are we back here again? But what hit me hardest wasn't just the situation, it was realizing how much of my life has been built around surviving uncertainty, fixing problems, and holding everything together. At the same time, I was also navigating a new relationship with my biological father for the first time in 32 years. And so suddenly, all the emotions I thought I had healed from started resurfacing: fear, emotional triggers, identity struggles, exhaustion, hyper independence, overthinking, everything. That season forced me to realize something. Awareness is just the beginning, but awareness alone doesn't change your life. Because a lot of us know we're tired. We know we have trauma. We know we keep repeating the same cycles, but we don't know how to actually rebuild differently. We learned how to cope, how to survive, how to stay busy, how to push through, but nobody taught us how to slow down and identify the root and intentionally heal. That's why I created Soulformation. I help people understand the patterns behind their mindset, relationships, emotional triggers, and survival behaviors so they can finally break the cycles that are keeping them stuck. Because your patterns didn't come from nowhere. Sometimes they came from childhood, an absent parent, walking on eggshells, people pleasing, emotionally unavailable relationships, or constant instability, learning to survive before you ever learn to feel safe. And here's what most people get wrong: they stop at awareness. But healing requires responsibility, alignment, and intentional action, and actually building your life differently, not just talking about your pain. That's why I created the Soul Formation Reinvention Guide. It's not fluff, not fake motivation, not just think better, a real step by step reset to help you identify unhealthy patterns, rebuild intentionally, strengthen your mindset, and stop living on autopilot. So, if this feels a little too familiar, that's probably because you've been carrying this longer than you realize. A lot of what I share comes from lived experience: the cycle, the rebuilding, the emotional exhaustion, and the survival, and learning how to intentionally heal instead of just cope with it. So if you're trying to figure out where to even start, send me a message or check out the Soul Formation Reinvention Guide. It's linked in my bio. I break all of this down into simple, practical steps to help you become more aware of your patterns, reset your mindset, and start rebuilding your life intentionally.